Welcome to the Pool Nation podcast, where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. We talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. Now let's welcome your host, with over a decade of industry insider experience and still the reigning champion of Marco Polo, Edgar De Jesus, and his co-host, John JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and Zach the Pool Boy Nicholas.
Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. I'm your host, Edgar De Jesus, and yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with John JJ Flawless, the fastest setter in the West, and the famous Zach, the Pool Boy Nicholas. Today, we're talking about the Pool Nation Conference. We're talking about the awards. We're talking about all of the events. But before we do that, I want to welcome you to our live podcast, the podcast where it's all pool talk, and we ain't talking about netting and jetting and splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. And yes, we will talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. But before we get started today, I want to thank our visionary partners for this podcast, the Ultimate Pool Tools, the SPPA, Blu-ray Excel, Aquastar Pool Products, Natural Chemistry, Raypak, Heritage Pool Supply, and Hayward Pool Products. We want to thank them for their continued support. Zach, good morning. How'd you like that those couple seconds right before we went live?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I think
Are you okay, John?
I think John's house collapsed back there.
And then I switched screens, and when I came back, you changed it. My face was right up in front of everything. I scared myself.
Dude, that was I was telling Mom, I go, what timing, right?
It was perfect timing.
It almost sounded like a sound effect, I think, but
it did.
Mama makes me iced coffee every morning, and that's what she was doing. It was the ice maker.
Oh, is that what the ice maker?
Yeah, it was the ice maker. It sounded like the whole house went down or what.
Yeah. It sounded like a whole bunch of trays in the kitchen and a cabinet just bam, 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 bam. Like, holy crap.
And imagine me falling off or something like that.
Oh, hey, Maria, good morning. Edgar, John, and Zach. Big shout out to Pool Girl of the Year right there. Maria from Ensenada Pools has joined us early here. So, Zacharias, how you doing, man? It's funny because I don't know if it for you guys, but it really hasn't been that long, but it seems like it's been already 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, time has flown. And it's, going into the event, getting ready, you feel like you can't do enough to get ready for it. And now that I'm back, I'm super fired up. We've been kicking butt around here. And it's just funny how that happens after going and we're busy the whole time, right? It's not like a vacation where you're on the beach or something relaxing. It's go, go, go. But I'm definitely back and we're in action and kicking butt around here. What's going on?
Mr. Flawless.
We have more noises happening. I'm trying to tell you to keep going, brother.
Oh.
I don't know what I did to my camera, damn it.
Wow.
Ow. There we go. There we are. So Zach, this is the cue. This is the cue of keep going. Stretch it. Keep going.
I'm out of things to say.
Okay.
John, give me the hand signal. I'll take it from there if you need me to. You need me to take
good.
it
I mean, this is hilarious.
John's trying on videos, trying to very subtle, right, so that people don't catch on, and then he's with both hands just going keep going, Zach, come on.
Okay, I think we're in the clear now.
You're in the clear. Good morning, John. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's complete pandemonium here at the Flawless household. Yeah, exactly. No. I mean, we are, we're always on a schedule, right? And we're creatures of habit. And we used to do our podcast at 7:00 in the morning, my time, right? And then we moved it to 9:00 my time. So, because kids are always hustling and bustling and doing their thing, getting ready. And And everybody knows or knew before not to do anything. And then everybody knows on Fridays, they have kind of free reign in the morning. They can kind of do what they need to do. But apparently, because today we went a little bit early, everybody's rocking and rolling. Our poor little coffee machine has been going nonstop for like 15 minutes. Yeah, between Janie, me, Thalia, Bobby, right? Everybody's sitting there drinking coffee, and the thing's like, wah, wah, wah. But anyways, I'm doing well. It's been what a ride the last couple weeks, and that was quite the experience, and it was fun as hell. We got back on the weekend and we hit the ground running, and it's been busy. Yesterday was weird. I gave you a call, Edgar, and I said, I think it was, we didn't talk for, I don't know, I think it was like 10 hours, and I call you up and I go, I feel like
you did.
Like I'm missing out or something. Something's going on, right? Because
tell them what you truly said.
What? How did I say it? I don't.
Those were some bad words that flew right off the bat.
Yeah, I can't say that. I did say what the. You know what I mean? Like what's going on right now? But I got out and I was knee deep into a pool. We had a pool drain yesterday. We were doing some work on it. We got equipment pad that we're putting in. I talked about it on the live, but we just got a lot of stuff happening. And but what was great was that I was able to get through it, and I didn't have any like emergencies or any issues or anything pop up on my phone. I fully expected when I got out of the pool and looked at my phone that I'd have like 10 messages or phone calls and emails that I needed to attend to. But by the blessing of God, it was all smooth sailing for me. So we got through the day really, perfectly. Today we got delivery coming out to the house, dropping off some equipment. We got that to do. So I'm feeling really good about it. Saturday we got a whole bunch of work that we need to do, but I'm pretty excited. I'm putting in the new 3 into
nice.
Absolutely
nice.
Right. I got a couple of new 3s happening.
Nice.
So,
I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing well, and surprisingly, I didn't get much sleep, but I'm raring to go. I did once we were finished with the night. I think it was like at 6:30 at night when we got home. I got a emergency text message from one of our property managers, but not for our property, but for a new home that she took over. And she's like, "Please, John, I have guests coming down and they need their heaters not working." And they're like, I want you to get your foot in the door or whatever. And you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't care about my foot in the door. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for, I go, I appreciate that. I go, I'm going to do this to help you, right?
To help you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to do this to help you.
Yeah.
But it was good. We went down there, fixed the heater. It turned into a little bit of a shit show, but got it going. And literally at nighttime with iPhone flashlights and trying to figure out what the hell's going on, but we got it going and then got back like right at 7:45, and then we left or almost 8 o'clock we got back, and then we had a change real quick, and then we went to go watch Gladiator 2 yesterday.
How was that?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
John, honest opinion.
Okay, well,
I'm not a movie guy, so
Can't beat the first.
Yeah, well, the first was absolutely amazing, and it was my type of movie. And what's funny is, you got to appreciate getting older, right, and getting wiser and more mature, because I love Janie to death, Mama. She's a beautiful being, but she has not. There's so many good movies that she hasn't watched. And when we were younger, she really had no interest for it. Or when I was like, "Oh, hey, you gotta watch this," and we watch it, and she's like, "Eh," you know what I mean? It wasn't really her thing, But now, we've become like one. You know what I mean? And it's like what she likes, I love, and what I love, she likes. You know what I mean? And it just works really well. She never saw Gladiator. So like within the last 6 months or 8 months, before I even knew Gladiator 2 was coming out, I made her watch it. And she was a little hesitant at first, but she watched it and she absolutely loved it. She loved it so much that she pre-ordered advanced tickets for us
Wow.
today, and I didn't even know on the Gladiator 2. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's go watch it. Look,
Mm.
the poor thing she never watched the original Supermans, right? She's never seen the Rocky. You never seen Rockies? Like Rocky
I
1,
think I
2?
saw Rocky 1 as a kid, and then that was it. That was it.
Oh, so now, I mean,
Janie, we're on the same page, girl. We're good.
so dude, when she watched the Rockies, she was like, oh my God, I love them. You know what I mean? And she's watched them all multiple times and stuff like that. But anyways, so we did that. And then we watched the movie, came home, got ready for bed and crashed out. I think it was about 1:30, almost 2 o'clock. I went to bed, and then I was up today at like 4:45 when I'm feeling good.
I did go watch it, which I'm not a TV guy, you know this, and I'm a movie guy, but I went to go watch, what is it, Red One?
Yeah.
So I took that there was nothing else out, but you know how Leanne loves the movies.
Yeah.
And she's put up with my crap since September. So I told her the other day, I said, hey, I got an idea for dinner. You trust me? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right. So I bought tickets to the movies and we went over. And by the way, John, this cut right next to my house, their pizza.
Oh,
dude, their pizza. Oh my God. That bacon pepperoni pizza one. Holy crap. That stuff is good. So
dude,
that's what we had.
I love that theater.
Yeah.
Nothing better than being able to chill, relax, put your feet up. It has like a massager or something like that, right? Heated seats, and then they come bring you. I mean, they literally serve you, and they bring you food and drink.
You just press the button.
Yeah, I never thought in my life I'd spend $1,000 to watch a movie
theater, right?
But between you take all the kids, to do stuff like that.
It's like
expensive, bro.
You take for us. It was the same thing. You take us and the 4 kids. That's 6, and then you go over. It's like 2 people. It's $100 at the movie theater. It's like $40 to get in, and then you spend $50 or $60 on just pizzas and a soda.
Well, you're paying for the service,
for the experience and the
experience. Yeah, so it was. We enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Hey, I'm hoping that everybody's enjoying all the pool talk. So that's kind of how you increase your rates for your customers. We are a pool podcast for everybody that's listening. We just kind of get a little sidetracked every once in a while. So anyways,
hey David, I see David is
David's on here.
Hey, I shot you an email, brother, like a week ago, and you've left me on unread or read or whatever it is. I don't know what they say.
I do have to confess this. I did send him a text and I sent it to the wrong number, and the guy replied, "Yeah, wrong David, my friend."
Would you text him? You up?
Yeah.
It was something about the automation, and the person's like, yeah, wrong number, buddy. So anyways, big shout out to you out there, David. So anyways, Jeanette, good morning. Big shout out to you. Janie, David, big shout out to all you guys out there listening live. If you are listening live, go into the chat, send us a little message. I need your address. I just replied, he said, right there, boom, on the message. So anyways, guys, let me get through some housekeeping notes so we can get this podcast started. Housekeeping notes are done.
Housekeeping?
No,
Woo-hoo.
We don't have any housekeeping notes for a change. We don't have to go through 20 minutes of me yapping away about all this stuff we got going on. So anyways, gentlemen, let's talk today. Obviously we got a couple things going, that we had going that finished, and want to talk about those and kind of want to get your thoughts on them. Let's kick it off with the Pool Nation conference. Obviously it was the first Pool Nation conference that we've done. We've obviously done the smaller boot camps. We've done, some of the smaller education. Zach, we were talking about it because Brianna has a childhood friend that came in, and which, by the way, guys, she was schooling me on some social media stuff. I'm geeking out like big time. Like, she works for this big, huge, like, online firms where they do like online retention and all that kind of stuff. And I won't bore you guys, but man, did I go down a rabbit hole with her, and man, do we have a lot of work to do. So anyway, so glad that she's in town. But anyways, so Pool Nation conference, first one, we've done the small one. Zach, I go back and I look at it and I was like, man, it was at Zach's place that we did the first one, the small boot camp, small little space, just 2, all that. We kind of kept going with them. And, obviously we wanted to do that first Pool Nation conference. So Zach, let me get your thoughts on it from from the Pool Nation conference.
Dude, it was crazy. And like he said, like looking back at the first one, that I don't even think it was planned as the first one. I think that was an I have an idea moment from Edgar. But I mean, in that one, looking at the first one, that was really exciting. Like we had a great turnout. It was very busy. There was a lot of buzz. It was a lot of fun. But to see it transition, or I guess evolve into the conference, was super exciting. And what was amazing to me is, and my passion lies in learning business and things like that. And it was how much of a desire there is for the business aspect of, running your company. But I mean, just going in that room and seeing how many questions were being asked and how many people were engaged, that was impressive. Because a lot of times when you get in an environment with that many people in it, people tend to be a little bit more reserved. They don't want to speak up. They maybe feel like they're going to ask a stupid question, but that wasn't the case at all. And that just ties into what we talk about, like creating a safe space, creating a community, somewhere where people aren't afraid to speak up and ask the questions that they need answers to. But I mean, it was no. No, it was absolutely amazing. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of good conversations. John, there you go.
Oh, for everybody listening, we're just having some fun with Zach today. We need to kind of come up with some hand signals. So, John, instead of going like that, we could just kind of go, like, yep. We're stealing first. Come on, let's go. So,
no.
Dude, we're off the chain today. Look,
we're off the rails. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's my opinion. I'm going to keep it short. If you guys want to hear me ramble, listen to the live on Wednesday.
No.
I will no keep going. Right.
Zach is like, I ran out of gas. Let's go.
But I want to expand on one thing that Zach said, and I agree 1,000%. The demand or the want for the business courses, right, far exceeded what we initially, because look, when we create this, especially do anything for the first time, we have a vision, or we have what we predict or what we think, and what we believe people want. And again, we try our best, and it's not because that's what we think, but it's the feedback that we've gotten and stuff like that. But whatever. This is what we thought, and this is what we planned for. And the business courses just absolutely, just took over completely. I mean, everybody was hungry for it. And I don't necessarily think the difference is before, people you don't know what you don't know, right? And a lot of us that never ran a business before, a lot of us who started their first company and they got into the pool service industry. And, the reality is you can stumble along and you can hobble along for quite a while with not too much business sense, but it's going to be almost impossible to thrive or to build something lasting. Right. And I think over the past few years, it's changed from them not knowing to them knowing and now wanting it. You know what I mean? The understanding of how important it is to have that business knowledge or that business acumen. And, we hear you guys loud and proud, right? And we know, and we've talked about it. And as we move forward, we're going to be integrating a lot more business into it. That's what we were built by. I mean, we started with it, right? Our first thing when we brought Pool Nation was to bring a sense of understanding your business from the very beginning. And we did financial courses, we did branding, we did marketing. We taught it at the Western Show many years ago, and we did on-site remote business classes. But now we have the ability to have some top talent in the country, and they have been just knocking it out the park. And our people are loving it, and they're hungry and they want more of it. So we created a couple things I think we're not necessarily going to talk about it today, but we're going to talk about it on our next podcast to kind of help fill that need. But I agree, Zach. It was pretty badass, and it was fun to see how many people are more hungry to learn and become better businessmen and women. And we all know that once you do that, or you become better at that, you'll be able to create a more sustainable, viable, profitable business.
Yeah, it was. Excuse me. It was absolutely great to see so many people, like Zach was saying, especially from the business side, and so many people obviously engaged. But it was every track. I mean, the technical, the hands-on, everybody was really engaged. A lot of great things. A lot of great things that we want to improve for next year, right? A lot of different, things that we want to add. A lot of great feedback with regards to, a lot of the content that they want, which is one of the things that was really interesting on this one, because people were very vocal. People were really vocal on the specific things and the specific education that they wanted, which in the smaller boot camps, we kind of haven't gotten a lot of that feedback. So Krista did a great job of putting a list together with all the content. So we hear you guys and girls out there. For the next ones that we have, we are going to incorporate a lot of those things that you guys requested, and we'll just kind of keep trying to take it to the next level. So, and
Yeah.
Crazy
Build
enough,
better.
we're already looking at 2025, right? It's a toxic trait, right? We're in the middle of one, and John and I were already sitting going, okay, we need to make this better. We need to change that. We need to add this, which is, it's great. It's great to see that.
It is.
So
What's scary is that it's a month sooner too, so it's going to be coming right around the corner.
Yeah. And that one's going to be interesting, because here's the thing, that one's going to be, it's going to be at the end of October. And I think it falls over a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is what it'll fall with, and it'll be in Las Vegas. So, so that'll be exciting. We've already started our conversations with them with regards to what days we do it. So you know what, as a matter of fact, let us know. So this year, what we did is we did a pre-conference. So we did Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then the show started on Tuesday. Next year, the show is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the thing is, do we do Friday, Saturday and close on Sunday, or do we do Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Like, what do we do? So anyways, Pool Pros out there, let us know what you want. A lot of the feedback that we get specifically with regards to the boot camps and stuff like that is a lot of the Pool Pros can't take the middle of the week. We've kind of tried it. And we've had people show up and stuff like that, but the Pool Pros are just kind of saying, hey, middle of the week is just too hard. And we totally get it, right? Like what person can just be like, okay, I'm going to be gone Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then, be off Saturday and Sunday. So we totally get that, but let us know, send us a message, send us a chat here, and we can kind of take all that into consideration.
Hey, off topic here.
Yep.
Before I forget, because I just got like another 3 emails. Did you guys let your badges get scanned by people while you were walking around?
I didn't.
Oh,
did you?
I did. And I
Now
don't
you're
know
getting
I don't know if I'm ever going to do that again.
Well, that's how they work it for.
That's awesome, dude. No, I mean,
that's how they work it for the.
Oh, dude, they're on top of it, dude.
Yeah.
And,
You need to be scanning badges next year.
I do.
There you go.
What we usually do is I get the business card, and Mama goes, "Don't put it in your pocket." And then I go, "Okay." And then she always takes it and she'll snap a picture. And then
That's what I do.
She keeps a file of them all, because as soon as it goes into my pocket,
it's gone. Yeah.
But I've gotten better at that, though. I don't lose as much in my pocket anymore, because you know why? I don't smoke. So I'm not always going in my pocket, reaching for my cigarettes and coming out and pulling out, right? And usually something will fall out or whatever. I've probably lost thousands of dollars and over the years, dude, because I've lost wallets. I've lost everything because I'm just pulling something out, and I'm getting my cigarette out, and I'm in and out of my pocket like 60 times a day. Where now it doesn't happen very often. And yes, look, I am over 100 days, by the way. We haven't talked about it.
It's been a while. Congrats, brother.
I'm over 100 days now, no smoking.
That's awesome.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey,
Okay,
big couple of shout outs. Lauren Broom is on here. Hi guys, miss you guys already. Big shout out to you. Rich is going yo. What's going on, Rich? Good morning out there to everybody that is listening live. Appreciate it. So anyways, yeah. So Pool Nation Conference, first one is in the books. The next one is coming. It's going to be better. It's going to be. I do have a couple other ideas for next year. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys are going to let me. I don't know if you guys are going to let me or not, but
what?
I don't want to share it yet. I need to run it by you guys. I'm kind of doing it online so that I'm safe.
Dude, it's going to be hard to top. I'm thinking about it because I'm thinking of. I see Lauren who.
Congratulations!
But how cool, the after party after the awards too. And I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I was just Janie and I were thinking. We were just sitting there talking about it, and we're going. What an amazing night, right? And that after party that Hassa helped us put on, Hassa, Aquastar with the jazz band, and Pool Brain with the cigar room. That was perfect, man. Edgar, I got to give you some serious props, bro. You set that mood up just unbelievable, and that venue was perfect for it. And everybody was smiling ear to ear, and it's not because they were sloshed or drunk. People were having fun. It was an open bar, right? But nobody was out of control. Everybody was just enjoying the night, right? And we closed that place down, and it was really cool. And I'm not much of a socializer, and I had a hell of a time there. It was very fun, especially after the long day of getting prepped and getting ready for it. Because we got in that room, I think at like 12:30 in the ballroom, and we were in there all the way until the end. When we left to go whatever time it was, we finished. 10:30ish, 11 or whatever, and then headed over to the after party. But it was. I don't know how that's going to be topped next year. I'm waiting to see what your ideas are.
Well, here's one thing. Here's one thing that I want to say, and so a lot of people, and I appreciate it, right? I want to thank everybody that has been so kind, everybody that gives me all the kind words and all that kind of stuff. But everything that we do as Pool Nation is a combination of everybody, right? So I'll give you a perfect example. The idea of the cigar room was when we went with Hassa, and we went with Laura and Terry, and Chris, and we were doing the walkthrough. And that was Laura's idea that threw out. And we're like, wow, that's just such a great idea. And then, we were talking about that I wanted to play some jazz in the background and stuff like that. And Chris jumped in, and she's like, well, what if we get, a jazz band, and we could just kind of have them play in the background, and, all that kind of stuff. And so, a lot of our successes are really not us coming up with the ideas of it, but most of it is the feedback. It's the pool pros that are telling us what they want, right? When we talk about the awards, it was the pool pros. When we talk about the education, it's the pool pros. And when we talk about the content that they want, it's the pool pros. All we do is, like John was saying last time, we listen to the pool pros. And we do a lot of deep dives and figure out, hey, is this something that we could do? Is this something that we can go down that path to try to do? So with the education, right, they wanted a lot of hands-on stuff. We started the small boot camps, and then they've continued to tell us, hey, we want more. We want more. We've just, are on this amazing journey that we have absolutely amazing partners and people that are part of our community and that are part of our Pool Nation family, that they're the ones kind of coming up, hey, well, here's our idea. Well, what if you do this? And what do you do that? And so it's this big collaboration of bringing these events to life. But it's everybody. It's not just one person. And don't misunderstand me. I thank you for the bottom of my heart for all the kind words, everybody. But I just want everybody to understand, I don't want to take the credit for everything, because it's a lot of people that play a role. Like an example, when we talk about the Heritage Pool Pro Appreciation event, Donovan with the PSP Expo, like, he was an amazing partner. He had a lot of great ideas that we incorporated into it. And so it's just all of our partners that see that vision and want to help. They want to see Pool Nation grow. They want to see our community grow. So thank you for the kind words. But from me, thank you to everybody that's part of our community and part of Pool Nation that is always coming up with these ideas and giving all this feedback. It's all you guys as well.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, so big shout out to everybody out there. Let me kind of come back over here. So Lauren is saying thanks. Hasa, absolutely. Hasa has put on some amazing parties, and guys, we can't do it. We can't do it without Hasa. It's just the cost to put this type of event together.
It's mind blowing.
It's mind blowing. And I kid you not, it's into the hundreds of thousands of dollars to put just the Pool Nation Award event together. And if it wasn't for the PSP Expo, if it wasn't for Hasa, if it wasn't for Heritage, if it wasn't for our sponsors, there's just no physical way that we could do it. I mean, we'd have to sell tickets for $800 a ticket just to be able to cover all the cost of everything that we do, right? So this 100%. This is more of a community event. This is more of the entire industry coming together to be able to do it. So John Janey is saying, congrats, baby. So proud of you for not smoking. Lauren, Hasa, absolutely, Hasa. A big, huge shout out to Pool Brain, right? We were kind of trying to figure out the cigar room.
Dude, those boys were cool as hell, dude.
We were having a hard time trying to figure it out, and they're like, "Wait a second, Adam is a cigar guy. We got this." And tell me how.
No, Kevin is a cigar guy.
Sorry, is it Kevin? No, I think it's Adam.
No, it's Kevin.
No, it's Adam.
It is. I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's Adam, and I think he's on there. Kevin, let us know. I think it's Adam, the one that's a big, huge cigar guy. But anyways, look at how just that part of the event came together and was so epic, and the bands with the Pool Brain on them and everybody smoking cigars. Just to let you know, by the time that I got to the cigar room, they were out of cigars. Like the guy went through like 300 or 400 cigars. Like he made, I think it was like 300 was the package of cigars, and was out and made extra cigars out there. So,
no, it was, I would have never thought about doing a cigar room. And, these are the types of things. And to echo what you're saying, Edgar, look, it goes to what we preach before. And when we talk about business, you need to, it's important, any business owner to acknowledge their weaknesses. And, it is Adam. Okay, I'm wrong. Wow, I screwed up. I guess it is Adam. I was wrong. See, I thought I was on the phone with Adam, and Adam said that Kevin was when I was talking to Adam. He said, "No, Kevin is the big cigar dude." Man, I'm getting old. I'm losing. Wow,
it's all downhill from here, baby.
I'm glad I kept my mouth shut because I was ready to put money down on it. Right, dude, I was gonna put
Kevin, take it back.
Yeah, I was gonna put money down on it, but dang, okay, I'm off. But it's Edgar, and I know this isn't kind of where we were going, but I think it's important to talk a little bit more about it. Any successful business or any successful partnership, we or any company, you have to identify what your strengths are, and then try to do the things that you're amazing at or you're great at, right? And the things that you suck at, or you're not very good at, or you don't, or might not be that, because I think we're all smart enough and we're all talented enough that if we put enough hard work into it, we can do anything well. But do we necessarily enjoy doing it? That's another thing. So if you work and you do something that you love to do or you enjoy to do, then you tend to excel in it, right? Because you're having a good time. People say, hey, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right? And that's the goal. It's true when we say that and when people say those things. So any business owner, any person should strive to do that. And I've talked about it 100 times. A successful company is a strength-based organization, right? And you build off people's strengths. You recognize what their weaknesses are, but you don't beat them over the head with it, right? And make them become a master at it, as long as you can put them in a position to where they can do what they love to do or whatever they're good at. These types of things with like Edgar and the kudos goes to you, brother. I'm telling you, putting the events together and having these ideas. To me, a good after party would be everybody going to like a steakhouse and eating. Right? In my mind, right? That's as far as I can see. You know what I mean? That's as far as I can see, right? But when those types of things, and it's like, hey, and I think why we work so well together is one, obviously, and what you nailed it on the head is everything that we do and all the things that we're putting together is we're doing it because that's what our people are asking for, right? And our main mission is to give a voice to the service industry that we felt was underserved for too long. And we deserve an equal spot, just like everybody else, as far as we're just as important as builders, just as important as distributors, just as important as retailers. It doesn't matter. Our service industry, we all need each other in order to be successful, in order to thrive. So when it comes to us, it's like the same thing too. Like, hey, this is what you're good at. You have carte blanche. You do whatever the hell you want. Nobody's going to get in your way and tell you otherwise. You know what I mean? That's what you do well. And there's other things that we do well and that we work on, and we have our leeway and we do our things. And I just think we're just super lucky, one, to have each other, but more importantly, like you were saying, to have the amazing amount of support that has been pouring in over the last couple years, especially, right? From vendors and other pool professionals. People that you would never think in a million years would come together and work together for one common goal and cause, right? Which is to better the industry, understanding we're in this for the long game, right? This is not about a quick buck. This isn't about what do we need to do right now in order to how do I make money now? No, this is about investing in the future of ourselves so that 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, we build such a strong industry, right? That we grow through education, right? That we become unstoppable, that everybody in the industry now gets to thrive, right? Because that's the only way you build anything lasting. So I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
No, and I do want to give a shout out to Todd. Obviously, we were dealing with the band, and there was some issues, and they stepped in. They took care of the band. They're like, Edgar, don't worry, step aside, do what you got to do, and we've got the band. And they sponsored the band, and they took care of it. I didn't have to do anything. Like I did.
I was worried, dude, because when you were saying that, you were telling me how do you can you play the saxophone, and I was practicing.
Well, you heard Zach singing.
We said we were gonna do you said jazz band, and then you go, John, I remember the phone call, and you're like, I think we need to figure out how we're gonna,
I go, John, what is
gonna fall through? We didn't know it was gonna cost $500,000 to get a jazz band or something like that, because we don't know.
I went to John and I said, John, what instrument did you play in high school? And he's like, the saxophone. I go, when was the last time you touched it? About 30 years ago. I go, well, start practicing, baby.
That's what I was doing. I'm like, all right, I was going to get up on the stage, and I was like, we said we were going to have a jazz band. We are going to have a jazz band, right?
I go, Zach, practice your jazz. You know what he was doing? Yeah. He was sending me little videos, kind of doing jazz hands. I'm like, really, bro? Like, that's what you got? And he's like, that's all I got, bro. Is just the jazz hands.
Zach and I had a backup plan in case the jazz band didn't come through. And I think Dave Cook brought it up and kind of gave us away, but we were going to be a tribute band for the ZZ Top.
That was epic, by the way. Right, awesome. That was epic. He just turned Edgar and the ZZ Top boys. That was absolutely amazing. So, yeah. So I definitely want to make sure that credit goes to credit of all of those that have made this a huge success. So thanks to everybody. Let's talk a little bit about the Pool Nation Awards. Obviously, because we did the conference, we had one day of not rest because we had the booth and we had all that, but then the next day we roll right into the Pool Nation Awards, and I have to tell you, people ask me, and I was sitting down here yesterday talking to Leanne and Macy, and we're kind of having a conversation, and they're like, has it sinked in? Like, has it sinked in that you guys had almost 500 people in that room? And it wasn't until I was looking at the pictures, because I was showing Macy, and you see this room full of people, and I'm like, it hadn't sunk in. It sunk in yesterday. It's like, because we can get 300 people together, and 300 people is a lot of people, right? But to have 500 people in a room and everybody just celebrating other pool pros, was just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, and it was the impossible when people told us it was never going to happen, right? And then look, our industry, has come together, right? And there was all walks of life that were in there, and a ton, right, of pool professionals, and damn, they all look good, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they look sharp, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody looked sharp, man. It was, yeah. Everybody brought game, at the awards, and people were looking really, really sharp. And
I already want to change my tux. Like I went.
Don't go down that road. Don't go down that road. With
I
me,
have
bro.
to,
Don't-
because I
don't
was
go down.
underdressed for the event.
Don't go down the road.
I heard dinner was great as well.
Dude, I bought him
Get it,
2
eat it.
jackets. John, I bought him 2 jackets and I shipped them over to him. Ask him which one he wore.
The lame
Which
one.
one?
The
And I
black
regret
one,
it.
the black one that he bought.
I regret it, but I got to get
You basic,
my
bro.
shirts better, and
Did I
need
say
to
that
do
right?
the butterfly
What's that, John?
collar.
You basic, bro. Did I do that right? Bobby.
My
Leah.
cheese, something about cheese, my drip.
Yeah.
I need to get my drip up.
Let's see here. Service has been paramount to keeping the industry consistent during the downturn times for the retailers who added service to keep their stores consistent, to builders who rely on good technicians to explore. It's the service side that keeps the pool industry going. Absolutely, Frank. We agree with you 100%. We talked about it at the Pool Nation Awards, right? So we are right now in the US $10 to $12 billion company, and we drive, anywhere from 60 to 80%, right? People say, well, you got to take out the renovations because that's more kind of falls into the construction. We still drive 60 to 70% of it. So think about that. 70% of the industry is driven by the pool pro. So I agree with you 100%. So yeah, it was a great event. I loved watching the winners. I don't know if you guys watched the videos.
Mhm.
So they did a really great job. And that's one of the things that we need to figure out how we're going to do that for next year, boys. But we need to capture a lot more of the emotion of when the people are winning, right? It's a big, huge room. So it's kind of hard to kind of catch when people are winning with the video guys and the camera and all that kind of stuff. And Omar and Miguel, they had their own video person there. And dude, like, it was kind of cool because they're recording them and they're like, Omar's like, oh man, we're 3 categories away, right? And you can tell that they're nervous and they're kind of on there and they're like, oh, just relax, just relax. But you can tell that they're nervous. And then all of a sudden he's like, the next category is our category. And, and he's all excited and he's like, you could tell him and he's like, man, my heart's racing and I'm excited and all that kind of stuff. And then they sit there and they're like, listen, right? And then the guy flips over and he's on stage and Adam is up there. Aiden is up there. Doing his thing, and all of a sudden they announce it and they read, and it so happens to be that Miguel won it. And then all of a sudden they just kind of flipped, and Miguel was like, you could tell he was like, did I just hear what I heard? And then everybody at his table started jumping and screaming and you see him all get, but the emotion of it. And what was so exciting is that's probably what a lot of people feel. Right. But we kind of haven't been able to capture that as well. And we need to do a better job next year. And I've already tried to start, spinning my head, like, how do we capture those moments of, you sitting there, not knowing that your name's going to be called. And all of a sudden, boom, your name is called. So it was really exciting. Check out the video. They posted it on their YouTube page. Was really, excited to see that. And, just all the winners. I mean, Lauren won Trainer of the Year.
I know. Look,
How
we've
cool
been
is
yapping
that?
for 45 minutes. We haven't gone to break yet.
Let's do this. Let's skip our break. Let's skip our break.
Okay,
We'll just do a
go
final
straight
break.
through it.
Yeah, we'll
I
just do a
forgot
final
about break.
break. Yeah,
Let's
because
do it.
we've been so yapping. So anyways, Mr. Luke, what's going on, brother? Big shout out to you out there. So it was, it was really kind of exciting to see, all the people. Let's kind of talk a little bit about some of the winners. So pool girl of the year was Maria. So congratulations to her. That was it was fun to see her win that one.
Yeah, that was awesome. And for me, I don't I stay out of the know until that moment. And so for me, it's so exciting and so much fun to like, you know, it's a surprise for me in that moment. And I was super excited for Maria. She's so deserving of it. How awesome is that?
And you should have seen all the messages from her. She was at the airport. She put a drink in. She had a straw inside her thing. Everybody at the airport was asking her about the award. She was all, excited about it.
Yeah, Maria's awesome. And what I love is I think she's been nominated more than once, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And the one thing about her is she's such just a good-hearted person. And from the bottom of her heart, you can see that she is so supportive of everybody else, that gets nominated, right? And she's posting for them, saying vote for them. And we had a conversation, and she's like, I didn't think in a million years that I would win, right? And she's like, there's so many other, wonderful, pool girls out there that I think deserve to win. And she, every year she's sitting there just like literally posting about everybody else and saying how wonderful they are, right? And vote for them. And she's such a humble, wonderful person. She's done an amazing job, watching her journey in the pool industry, right? And how much she does and how much she knows, right? How much she's grown. And I was super stoked when I saw her name and that she won it. And I know she was pretty surprised as well and excited. But congratulations, Maria, for sure.
Yep. Congrats on that. And then, 30 under 40, we had Nick Lapointe out from San Diego. So huge congratulations to him, Golden State Pools. It was great to meet him. He showed up to the Pool Nation conference, was out there, kind of supporting Pool Nation. 30 under 40 female was Mackenzie Kinder. So super excited about that. Got some great pictures of her because I kept joking around with them. I kept joking with everybody at the after party. You need to get pictures, which how legit did the pictures come out?
So legit.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And,
for real.
And so I kept telling them, I want pictures of you guys with the cigars and the trophy. And she was the only one that came up to me. She's like, Edgar, let's go get that picture. And she came over and man, I got some pictures. Like Ethan took some pictures of her with like the cigar and the trophy and stuff like that. Just absolutely epic. Swear those pictures are for like the cover of a magazine. That's how good it came out.
And speaking of magazines, thank you to Megan in the Pool Pro Mag, right, and team, for doing the 30 under 40. I don't know, these categories, and I love getting the Pool Pro magazine and flipping through each and every one of and reading the stories every year. I sit there and I do that, and so many of them are like, you can relate to a lot of them, right? And you've heard and you can see a lot of the stories play out over and over, but with a little different tone or maybe a little different circumstance in a completely different community. But it's just really neat, seeing my days of 40s being under 40 are long gone, and seeing some of the young bucks in the industry, right? Just I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgia or whatever, but when I see it, I think it's cool. And these two categories, I always like seeing, and they're very contentious too. And they're ones that get a lot of action and a lot of vote for me in social media posts. But congratulations both to Nick and Mackenzie. And those pictures were
just gold.
Yeah. And then retailer of the year.
Yeah, retailer of the year, we had the Pool Place.
The Pool Place.
So woman trailblazer of the year was Terrence Springsteed. So big congratulations to her as well. By the way, before we continue, everybody, December 2nd, our next Pool Nation Spotlight and Insight is coming out, and it is going to be epic. So if you don't get it, go to poolnation.com. John will pop up with a little kind of face like this. And pointing to the little box where you put in your email address, clicks subscribe, because that'll go out December 2nd. So we're going to have a special episode on all the winners of the awards. So go check it out.
Oh, hey, speaking of pictures, we have the link, right, where people can go now and look at them.
Yep. So they're
We
on
should
Pool
talk
Nation
about that.
Awards. They're on the poolnationawards.com. So go to poolnationawards.com and then you'll click on view gallery. And we have the last, since 2001, we have all the galleries. Click on it. And then what we did for this one is we separated the awards from the after party. So you'll see two buttons that you can kind of click on and watch them. If you want to download them, you can right click and click save, and you'll be able to kind of save them and post whatever you want from there. But definitely go check that out. Sales rep of the year was Daniel Nicholas.
Yep. And then we had sales rep group of the year, and that was the Grit Game.
The Grit Game. That was a big shout out to them. Yeah. Trainer of the year, we obviously talked about it a little bit. Miss Lauren Broom. Congratulations on that win.
Yep.
Salt
system. I'm kind of jumping.
I was doing that. I'm like, well, let's roll. Let's get them.
Salt system of the year went to Hayward for the AquaRite S3. Big congratulations.
And then we had distributor of the year, Heritage Pool Supply. Congrats.
Yeah,
man. When they came on stage, they came on strong.
In force.
Force. Yeah.
Here's the funny thing. And so I haven't shared this with you too, but I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share the screenshots with you later. So I've had a couple people text me. Some good, some bad. But one of the things that one of the pool pros reached out to me and told me and said, this is why I always vote for Heritage, because they always show up in force. And they said, and you even have the top brass of the company that shows up to support the pool pros. And as long as they show up, I'll keep voting for them.
That's awesome.
It's true. Right.
And it's true. Like they all show up. Everybody was there. Like Matt was there. Clayton was there. Mr.
Andrew was there.
Andrew Petrella was there. Yeah. You had Brittany there that was there. You have Missy that was there.
Robert was there.
Robert Rankin was there. You have everybody. I mean, Grayson was there. Chris was there. Jeff was there. A lot of the distributors that were on the podcast that they came from far. Like some of them were coming from Austin, San Antonio. But they were there to get to the pool pros, and that's what it's about, right? You kind of create that force and showing that you're showing up to support the pool pros. And so that was epic. So I'll have to show you the screenshots. And then I'll share with you the bad ones, because there was some people that kind of went in the opposite and were upset that they nominated some people and they didn't go to the after party, even though they won. So we'll talk about that later. Pool guy of the year was obviously Miguel Cabello. It was great to see him win. They really kind of were really excited about it. He celebrated for a long time after that. He showed up at our booth.
I think he's still celebrating.
Yeah,
I think the Instagram. I saw a post where 2 weeks later he's still celebrating.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So that was awesome. And then obviously Maria Castellanos, big congratulations to her.
And then variable speed pump of the year went to the Pentair IntelliFlow 3.
And then pool company of the year, Logan's Pool Service.
Yes, which they reached out. We need to kind of connect with them. We need to kind of do a podcast with them out there. Pool cleaner of the year was the Hayward TrackVac.
Innovative product of the year was Poolside Tech, the Attendant.
Whoop, whoop. And then next was heater of the year, which was Raypak Avia.
Heat pump of the year to the Jandy VersaTemp.
Builder of the year went to Gold Medal Pools.
Now look, how cool was that, dude?
And I'm going to share. Sorry, I want to share. Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. I'll be right
back. So the funny thing is, everybody comes to me, Zach, and everybody's like, oh, I better win, or, oh, I'm going to win. And I just tell everybody the same thing. I'm like, you just need to go out there and you need to reach out to your network and you need to get people to vote for you and, do all that kind of stuff. And so it was so funny because they came and they were like, oh, we better win, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I've been telling you guys need to get people to vote. If this is the way it works, you need to reach out to your network. So I don't think that I think they might've taken that as you're not going to win. Right. And people tell me that. People will call me and like, well, let me know. So in case I should be there. And I'm like, the only way that you're going to find out is when they open that envelope and they say the name. That's the only way that you're going to find out if you win or not, because we don't share. And if you're not there, here we go, baby. For everybody that's listening, you guys cannot watch this. You can't see this, but
Beautiful.
what I want to know is how did you hijack that and take that?
I know
that?
he ran off with it,
Dude. Bobby ran off with it. My boys were like totally impressed by it, and I said, okay, hold on to it. And I wore it through TSA.
So I want
really?
everybody that's listening. So gold medal pool. So here's what happened is Zach and I went to gold medal pools, and they do this really cool thing where they have like a boxing championship belt. And what they do is every week, a new team based on certain criteria that they have that they do in their morning meetings, right? Whether it's complaints or algae issues or lost pools or people not showing up. So they have this belt, and every Tuesday they hand off that belt to the team that gets it. So our boy KD won it when Zach and I went. And they're like, oh, Edgar wants to say a couple of words. And I think they were expecting me, Zach, to do like this big, huge inspirational speech and all that kind of stuff. And I just sit there and I go, good morning, everyone. Hey, I want to call out KD because I really like that belt. You up for a challenge? And so I sat up in front of all of them and said, I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do. I will do rock, paper, scissors. If I beat you, I get to keep the belt for the week and you guys don't have it, right? And trust me, they take like pride on this belt. Like they don't let anybody else touch it. And if you win, Zach and I will invite you, and John will invite you to the Pool Nation Awards, and we'll give you guys a whole table and you guys can all show up. And so they were like, absolutely. And you should have seen KD. Like he's walking up with this, with that belt on his shoulder, and he's like, let's go, So we start doing this rock, paper, scissors, and it was the best out of 3. And we did, Zach, we did it. Boom. He beat me the first one. I beat him the second one. And then I'm like, I'm just like totally goofing with him. I'm like, KD, what's going on? You nervous? He goes, bro, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Cause now it was whoever won it was going to win the belt. And you should have seen, man, that whole room was cheering for him, right? I was like the odd man out. I even think that Zach was cheering for them. And then we did the rock, paper, scissors, boom, and I lost. And so it was like everybody started screaming and all that. So, we invited them over and we had them at the Pool Nation Awards. So big, huge shout out to Katie, all the tech guys. And so they were so amazing that at the end of the awards, they walked up with a bag and KD said, I have a gift for you guys. And then they pull out the Pool Nation belt. And that thing is solid, dude. That thing is heavy.
Dude.
So, by the way, I'm taking it back when we go to the Western. So you better.
So that's what we're going to do. I
was
talking to Janie. I go, look, what we're going to do is it's going to be the traveling belt, and every time we fly and go back, we're just going to, between the 3 of us, we're going to move it around and.
Yeah.
So awesome.
So it was awesome. So anyway, so big huge out to
Side note,
Little Pools for winning.
Think about this. You're getting old when you challenge somebody to rock, paper, and scissors, bro, right? Do you think it's like arm wrestle or like push-ups or a race? You know what I mean? Or
KD, what's KD like 6'5"? I am not going to challenge him.
Rock, paper, scissors, bro.
I'm like, this is the best that I'm going to do, buddy, is a rock, paper, scissors for you. We are not doing wrestling here. Can you imagine me taking him down 6'5"?
No,
it wasn't going to happen, but can you imagine? So anyway, so big, huge shout out to them out there for winning that. Come on, so take the next one.
Next one's Truck Wrap of the Year, and that went to Pool Guardians.
Yes, and there was what, the year 3?
Year 3 or year 4. I think they were actually every year, weren't they? On the year 3. No, the first year they weren't there. I don't think he had it wrapped. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So, but they had been on there a couple of years, and here's the thing: like people always come to me and people always say, like, "Oh my God." Like the people that won and, all that. And I'm like, look, I don't agree with everybody that wins all the time. Right. I'll be honest. I think different categories, I keep it to myself, but there's different. I thought in some of the occasions, his rap was freaking legit and should have won, and he didn't. Right. But it's not up to us. It's a matter of getting out to your network and voting and doing all that kind of stuff. But it was fun to see him win it. So
Western show, David, let's do it.
So The next one was Best Residential Filter of the Year, which was the Aquastar Pipeline Filter, and they did 3 years in a row, three-peat, three trifecta, whatever we call it. But congratulations to them.
What do we learn that we can't say trifecta or something like that?
I think you can't say three-peat. I think that's trademarked by somebody.
Okay, so Kevin, I guess we'll beep that out. We won't say it because we don't want to get.
That's a thing.
I guess. Yeah. It's a thing. Yeah. So Kevin is going to have to go. We'll go. Here's the practice: three-peat, and then it'll say 3, and then in the thing he'll find an audio that goes beep
beep. There we go. So. Yeah. And then last but not least is Automation of the Year, and that was Jandy Aqualink RS.
Yes. So anyways, big, huge congratulations to all the winners out there. It was, it was an amazing event. It was so funny because as soon as we were done, John and I were already, okay, we're going to do this next year and we're going to do that. And we're like, let's not tell Zach because Zach's going to tell us to shut the hell up and be quiet and just enjoy what it is that we're doing.
Live in the moment.
Yeah. Because Zach is always the one like, can you guys just shut up and knock it off? Like we're not even over this thing yet. You're already, and he just walks away. He's like, no, I'm not doing this right now.
No.
But Zach, we have some ideas for next year. So it'll be exciting. And here's the thing, it'll be in Vegas next year. So, it'll be a good time. And I do want, I did get a lot of great feedback from the show. I talked to Don from Revved Up, said probably one of the best shows that he's done. Aquastar had nothing but great feedback. Talked to, John Nidek, Motors. They were super thrilled with the Pool Nation conference. Who else did we talk to? The attendant gave great feedback. There's a lot of great
IPSA represented.
IPSA said that they had a great show. So there was a lot of, great feedback with regards to the show. So many vendors out there. Do want to take a quick second to thank everybody with the PSP Expo. I talked about it a little bit at the Pool Nation Awards. And, here's the one thing that people need to understand. Everybody's journey is different, right? And a lot of times when you're starting something, you have to push through because people aren't going to believe in you. People aren't going to know who you are. Our journey was like that. And so when we started, we made a lot of calls and people wouldn't answer the phone and stuff like that. And that's okay. That's all part of everybody's journey. You have to figure out how to break through. And the PSP Expo were the first ones to partner with us and to believe in us and to want to give us the space and the resources to be able to do the first Pool Nation Awards. Megan, which won, did we talk about the Bob Lowry Lifetime Achievement Award was Dave Cook. And then our friend Megan Magana won the Edgar, Zach, and John Award. So very well deserved because she's with the PSP Expo. And, she's somebody that wasn't in management. And she really kind of took on the vision with Pool Nation with us and just, huge supporter. I know that she went back and fought for us a lot of times in some of those rooms where our names weren't being said. And we truly believe that if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be where we are today. So we want to take a quick second to thank everybody with the PSP Expo for believing in us, for giving us the options. I know it's not easy for us to always be coming in saying, we want to do something different. We want to change things. I know that this is how it's been done and we want to try this. And they've been there to support us from day one. And Megan, bless your heart, you've been a part of the Pool Nation family. Now you go on the lives. Everybody knows who you are. Everybody kind of mingles with you. So we want to thank you for believing in us from the beginning, for having our backs, and for allowing this to come to happen. I mean, you're number 4, 500 people in that room celebrating the Pool Pros. And I say it's hard to explain the event. And people always ask me, why should I go? And it's going to sound corny, but the only thing that I could tell you is there's something magical that happens that night. There's something magical at the awards, something magical at the after party that it has nothing to do with the awards. It has nothing to do with the after party. It has nothing to do with Pool Nation. It's when you get together all these pool pros from across the world, right? Because we got people there from the UK, we got people there from Canada, we got people from Australia, we got people there from Puerto Rico. Like these are pool pros that are coming from around the world and the US. And when they get together to celebrate each other, it's something magical with the camaraderie. It's the brotherhood. It's the sisterhood that happens that night. That is just absolutely magic. And you can't explain it. I can't put words to what it is at the event, but it truly is magical, going into this room and feeling just the support from everybody, the love from everybody, and the hangout from everybody.
Yeah, I think support and love of our industry, and just like nothing but support and love from people amongst each other. And I don't know what it is either, but it's almost like any guard that there may be just is left at the door the night of the awards.
That's a great point, Zach. That is absolutely a great point, that everybody just drops their guard right there.
Yep.
We're just waiting for John to say something.
All right, boys. No, I agree. Ditto.
So, hey, go ahead, Zach.
We need to give some massive, major shout outs to the people that helped us every single day at every single thing, whether it be the booth, whether it be the registrations, whether it be, I mean, talking about the awards and being in there early and setting up and go. And randomly we had friends just come in and like, what can we do? Like, we're killing some time. We
forgot about that. See,
just grinding with us to set up tables and whatever. So
like it wouldn't have happened if they were there.
It wouldn't have.
It wasn't possible.
Yeah.
It would have been such a shit show.
We were drowning, like rallying.
Dude, it was tough.
Yeah.
But everybody came through clutch. You were 1000%.
So
correct.
Everybody. And here's a problem. I don't want to leave anybody out, right? So just everybody that is a huge supporter, and like Zach was saying, everybody that shows up to help us cover our booth. Look at how many people showed up at the top to set up 70 tables. And they showed up in force and they helped us. So big, huge shout out to everybody that's part of the Pool Nation family. And you guys know who you are and you always support us. We love you guys big time.
Like the badge table. Yeah. I mean, that's the community that I love. And it's like, we have people that there was no plan. They weren't there to help, nothing. And they're like, can I help? And we're like, yeah, please, here,
Yeah. And I mean, we start to talk about it, Todd's on here saying, Jeanette and Benny and Jordan and Megan and Alyssa, Chad that showed up, the boys from Pooley that showed up to support us as well with them.
Bobby Kelly.
You had Bobby Kelly, Maria showed up to help. And this is what I try to avoid saying all the names because we're going to forget somebody, but man, if you were there, and helped us, a big, huge thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for being part of the Pool Nation family. We love you guys big time. And you guys are always flying from everywhere to every event. So big shout out to all you guys. So gentlemen, this is normally where we take our final words from our sponsors. Shall we take our final words and then come back and get some final thoughts?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add reoccurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bull Nation Live podcast. A little bit out of practice there. I was kind of sitting over here actually texting with Lauren from Space Coast Pool Schools. Big shout out to her, Trainer of the Year. Guys, one thing that we almost forgot, Alicia Stevens was inducted into the Pool Nation Hall of Fame. So big, huge shout out to her as well on that, nomination. We have one more that's coming out later on in this year. So we're going to be sharing that with everybody as we kind of get closer. So let's see here. Let me figure out, I'm out of practice here, boys. So I'm over here clicking buttons left and right with the restream because I haven't had to use it in a while. So anyways, Zach, let me get some final thoughts.
Yeah. Just again, big, huge thank you to everyone involved because like Edgar said earlier, this is a community effort. And, it's always been our mission to Pool Nation and create the nation of pool pros. And that's really what happens to bring all of this to life. And I hope that everyone that attended the events had a really amazing time. And I hope that everyone that attended the conference learned something that they can take back or they were able to take back and implement that helps them on their growth journey, whether that's learning, repairs that you can now start charging for or a business tactic that you can now start utilizing. And I'm excited for the upcoming year and the things planned because I think it goes without saying, but Edgar has some ideas and it'll be fun working on those. Other than that, I hope that everyone has a good weekend and also a good holiday, good Thanksgiving. next week.
Wow.
Ta-da.
Is that it? All that,
Well,
John.
that's all. Yeah,
here's what
perfect.
we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Is I'm gonna keep doing this. What I'll do is I'll maximize the screen, John, when we need him to
Yeah.
just kind of like
Yes.
carry it. So
That's awesome.
John, final thoughts.
it doesn't work. See, he didn't respond.
I know.
Watch, John. Final thoughts.
Hey, you know,
See,
I got my butt kicked by Mama, and right now on the break, I forgot to bring up Bobby. Thank you, Bobby.
oh my, see.
Little Bobby,
You
right?
see? Ah, bro. So I want to take a step back for just a second. So one of the things that my kids always tell their friends is, if you want my parents to like you, you have to talk. You have to be outspoken. You have to be right. Because you get some
Yeah.
friends and they come over and they don't talk. And I have to tell you, John and Janie, that I was super, 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 super impressed with Bobby, because he jumped in. He took over the entire registration at one point of that table that I said, we wanted to go through the list. There was some people that were not there. And I'm like, let's just call everybody, because people were having a hard time finding the C section. So I'm like, let's just start calling everybody. And if we need to help people with directions, we can. And like, everybody was like, Zach looked at me like, I don't want to call people, right? Like at random. And Bobby turns to me and he goes, I got it. And he picked up his phone and he started calling people right then and there. And sure enough, the first one was like, he was like, oh, we're in the C section of the ballroom. Just take the escalators. And he just kind of started to, jump in. He organized everything he had, because we had our list and we were highlighting people. And he just completely took over and just absolutely killed it. He was talkative with everybody. He was outgoing. So John, Janie, I don't know what you guys did with that boy, but congrats to you guys, because he is just top notch.
I appreciate that. And, and I want to take a second to, I'm tough on my kids. Can you imagine? Right. I am tough on my kids. And I got to say that, Bobby, I know you listen to the podcast when it comes out. I just want to tell you, son, that I love you. You did an amazing job. Dad is proud of you. I was like over the moon, that he was so like willing and excited, right, to be a part of, what we're doing as a father. You get that proud moment, right, where you're like, nobody forced him. Nobody asked. We asked him if he wanted to come and be a part of it, and he jumped to it, because I'm a firm believer in not making them want something or like something or want to do something, especially when it comes down to the pool industry, for instance. I would love for my children to all get into the pool industry and help, continue building or take over our company, when my time comes and goes, and hopefully that's soon. It's gonna, not in that bad way where I die, but where I get to retire, right? Who knows how long I got, but because Mama and I have worked very hard to try to build this and to build a life for our family, and I'd love for it to continue. It's nice to always we always have a plan where we can sell and cash out, but I think for us, building something and creating a legacy, and them being able to have their children's children and stuff, 30, 40 years from now, still servicing and being in the pool industry, to me would make my heart jump out of my chest. But again, where I'm getting at is that it's fun to see as they get older. When they were younger, they had nothing that they wanted to do with it, and now they're slowly but surely getting involved on their own. And watching him do what he did just kind of made me proud and gave me a little bit of hope that he's gonna continue the legacy for us. But Bobby, thank you, bud. You did an amazing job. I know Dad doesn't tell you very often, but don't let this get to your head.
Yeah, thanks. So no, he absolutely did. I do want to thank Spider. I want to thank Michael. I want to thank Ethan. I want to thank Tamara. that was out from our team. And see, this is where I get concerned because we're going to forget people. But
Our families. How
Our-
cool was that we had such strong force of
presence,
family
right?
there? Yeah.
Right. So
That picture or that bringing them up, that was so awesome.
yeah, so that was a good one. So big, huge thanks to them for all they put up with our sacrifices and the times that we sacrifice away from our families to do what we do. So big, huge shout out to Rec Harvey, brother. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for doing that training. We need to connect. There's some things I want to connect with you on. So big, huge shout out. Gentlemen.
All right.
It is time for me to head out to Oklahoma. I'm going to go spend some time with Brianna. Next week, Sienna comes. So excited about that. Going to spend some time with the family and enjoy it. So hope everybody has a great weekend. Catch me and John next Wednesday on the Instagram Live. John, what are we talking about?
What are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about the
Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, wait, it's going to be Thanksgiving. We might not do the Instagram Live because normally it's really light on that Wednesday before. But anyways, we'll figure it out. So, hey, if you're listening, check us out. We'll do a little post whether we're going live or not.
Maybe
that just changed.
I'll deep fry a turkey live or something like
There
that.
you go. There you go.
And burn another house down.
Yep, absolutely. Maybe we just do a Meet the Pool Pro. We haven't done it in a while. And we'll just kind of let people jump on and just based on how many people are getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Hope that you guys have a great weekend. Zach is just cracking up. Hope that you guys have a great weekend. You know what? Zach, you host it next week. John and I will take the week off. Everybody join Zach next week on the Instagram Live. He will be bringing the Pool Pros on. And we're out. Have a great one, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or poolnationpodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at pool.nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to poolinvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. PoolmanUniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry, a pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at PoolmanUniversity.com.